Okay, it's time to start English. I'm going to share my screen and let's get started. Okay, our starter for Wednesday's lesson today is to add ness or meant to these words. So think of the suffixes ness and meant. Ness is usually added to an adjective to describe what someone has. So they're full of happiness or it gives you happiness. Okay, and meant is usually added to a verb, so a doing word, to also say what someone has or what they were feeling or experiencing and things like that. Okay, so or what someone was doing as well. They can be, whatever. So thoughtful, are you going to add ness or meant? Judge, ness or meant. Bold, ness or meant. Embarrass, ness or meant. Pause me, have a go. What words are you going to make? Okay, well done, fantastic. So the words that we are going to have made today are, we're going to have made thoughtful, yes, thoughtfulness. Okay, so the girl showed thoughtfulness when she bought her brother a birthday present. Judge is going to become judgment because judgment is a judge is a verb, to judge, and to judgment. So the children were at the dance show and they waited for their judgment. They waited for their score, what they were going to get. Bold is going to become boldness. So the knight showed real boldness as he walked into the castle and fought the dragon. And embarrass, okay, is going to become embarrassment. And embarrassment is what you might experience. You might go red when you do something wrong or when something happens that makes you feel a bit worried or a bit upset. So remember when in our fox story, when he got covered in glue and he was all sticky, he felt embarrassment. Okay, well done. Today, our learning objective is we're going to change parts of the story. So we've had Miss Druce's version of the story, Mr. Gardner's version, and we've written that in that order. But now today, we're going to change some of those story elements and write our own story using our own new ideas. So you're going to be talking through your new ideas at home and thinking about them and what they could be. You're going to change the animals that you see and where they are. So remember, each of them came out of their little habitat, they came out of their little home, but you're going to be changing that today and thinking up your own ideas. You're going to write what you're going to change what you're going into the forest for. So in our story, it was he was going in for some crusty bread rolls, but in your story, it could be going for something slightly differently. And you're going to change who you're going to see. So in our story, we were off to see Grandpa, but who could you see in your story? Who are you going to be doing? So just pause me now and have a little bit to think about what some of these ideas that you could change. And then I'm going to show you the grid we're going to use. And I'm going to do an example and then you can do your own. Okay, pause and have a little think. Okay, fantastic. Well done. So we have got over here then a box, a table, and you can set yours out like me, or you can do yours slightly differently. And we're going to go through with our new ideas, and we're going to use as a sentence to see if we can bring in some adverbs and what adjectives we can include. So we're going to pick an idea, use it in a sentence, and think of some adjectives we can use to describe it as well. So what do you need to get? I'm going to say that I need to get, so I could, in our story, I was going to get a crusty bread roll, but I'm going to use in this story that I am going to get some muffins. Okay, so I'm going to be going to fetch some muffins. I need to use it in a sentence. So, Mum said, go quickly through the forest and get the muffins. The end of my sentence there. So I've used an adverb in my sentence. I've used the word quickly, and I've used the word muffins that I had to use as well because that was my new idea. And what adjectives could we use to describe the muffins? We had crusty, hot, tasty, or all those different muffins, that all those different adjectives you use to describe the loaf. I'm going to write freshly baked chocolate muffins. I've used two adjectives there, so I've turned it into a bit of an expanded noun phrase. Okay, so who do you need to get it from? So in our first story, it was Grandpa, but in my story, I'm going to go and get it from my Auntie Mary. Okay, and as a sentence, I knocked loudly on Auntie Mary's door when I arrived. So I've written a sentence using Auntie Mary, which is my new idea, and I've also used the word loudly as an adverb in there to explore the use of adverbs. Right, adjectives to describe Auntie Mary. I am going to use kind, thoughtful. I'm using a suffix there, Auntie Mary, and I'm using capital letters for Auntie Mary because it is the name. So who do you meet in the forest? So let's think of our first character that we're going to meet, and you can come up with 3 different ones, but we'll just do one here. So I'm going to think the animal I'm going to meet, it's considered a bit of a Christmas mood, is a little deer. Okay, because I love those little deers, and they're so cute when you see them out and about. So, and let's use it in a sentence. I saw the deer running slowly in the mud. Okay, so I saw the deer running slowly in the mud. I've used the adverb slowly, and I've used my new idea in a sentence. Right, some adjectives to describe my deer. I'm going to use a cute, beautiful, because I think they are beautiful. Well, cute and beautiful are 2 adjectives that kind of mean this in a look. I'm going to do cute brown deer. Okay, and where are they? Well, I'm going to say that I saw the deer coming out of on a grassy bank. So you know those big hills, it's got grass on it. I saw it lying on a grassy bank. Okay, I'm going to use that. Yeah, I saw the deer sleeping quietly on the grassy. There's my sentence, and I've used an adverb. And now let's see if I can describe the grassy bank. So tall, green, grassy bank. What do they say to you? So I'm going to say that this deer is going to be a little bit rude. What are you doing here? Question mark, and close my speech. And I can use that in a sentence. So, what are you doing here? Shouted the deer crossly. I don't need to put any adjectives in there to describe how I said it, because to describe what I'm saying. I could put in a little bit about what are you doing here, little girl. So I've added a little adjective in there to describe who he's talking to, said the deer. Okay, so have a little go today at answering these questions, and then try and use them in some sentences as well, using those adverbs and adjectives. So what do you need to get? Who do you need to get it from? Who do you meet? And you can think of 3 different characters. Where are they? And what do they say to you? Okay, so there's some of your ideas today that you can use and have a go at. Okay, enjoy, and send your work, and you can set it out however you like, to year 2 at thepalmeracademy.com. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.